Over the last few weeks, I've been contemplating, kind of the Las Vegas Raiders' position on what they should do with 7. Yes, you're probably going to get your pick, or at least, potentially pick up quarterbacks if you want to trade up, blah, 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 blah. But there's something to be said about the teams that stick and pick and just pick the players that are the best available. And I think at 7, you're going to have a couple of different options. Yes, I know we ran through a lot of the different mock draft scenarios and a lot of different teams, but, for the Raiders, you're going to have some things that, you're pretty excited for. And I'm actually going to bring you to. Don't worry, today's not another mock draft. I know we've been doing a lot of those lately, but we're just trying to get through all 32 teams. But, we talk about, the mock draft. Yes, all of our settings are already in place. The Raiders selected. So when you get to 7, currently how things are kind of working out, again, you're probably going to have your pick at quarterback, depending if you want to trade up. So if you want to get up to 1, I don't think that the Bears would necessarily want to do business with the Raiders. They're probably going to want to do it with the Cardinals because, then they can get their other pick and maybe get some other helps out there. But you never know. I mean, it never hurts to make the phone call. But whether it's quarterback, whether it's edge rusher, whether it is a tackle or whoever, you're going to have your pick. So Anthony Richardson's there right now at 11. And I think that could be the guy that we're talking about today. Yes, in fact, it is, because Anthony Richardson is, in my mind, he could be the very next Cam Newton, Michael Vick 2.0, whatever you want to say. I said he could be. He's not. He's clearly not. I mean, he's got a lot of things he's got to work on. But with what he did in this year at Florida, you got to be excited, especially the fact a guy that threw for over 2,500 yards, also had 17 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, but ran the ball well, over 600 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns. Like, he's just a freak athlete. He can throw the football well, too. There's a lot of things you like about this guy. But the question now remains, what do you do at 7? And should the Las Vegas Raiders draft Florida quarterback Anthony Richardson with the 7th overall pick? I personally think that for some reason Richardson is going to take a draft day tumble. I think he's probably going to get into the second round. So I think you could find a guy that comes out in the second round you could find your guy at 7, whether, again, that's a tackle, where you want to go, whoever you want to go with at 7. Again, get BPA at 7, and I think you can get Anthony Richardson in the second round. And I think it makes a lot of sense because Jarrett Stidham played pretty well. Like, yes, there were a couple fumbles in the last game. There were a couple of hiccups, yes, but Jarrett Stidham looked pretty good. Tom Brady retired, and Derek Carr is now officially shopping with teams. Yeah, we all heard about that. But at the end of the day, there's something to be said for teams that draft the best player available and build around their quarterback. And I think, Jarrett Stidham did good enough to at least be the starter for this next year, or at least for the first part of the year, or at least be considered for a starter. At the end of the day, you do also have to go get your quarterback this year. I think this is deep enough class that you can do, Hendon Hooker, whoever it is, and maybe if you want to go a little bit lower, but whoever you are in love with, you got to go get. So again, I get the aspect of, hey, maybe we need to trade up, but also there's something to be said again for the teams that just, stick and pick, and at the end of the day, they do get their quarterback, but they also build around him. So I think it's definitely something that the Raiders should consider, because also at the end of the day, your offensive line is not great. Like, your offensive line is a work in progress. You can help shore some of that up with Osiris Torrance, like we mentioned the other day, or you could help out your defensive line, get an edge rusher, whoever it is. But I also think that the Raiders need to build around their quarterback, whoever that is going to be, and I think they can do a lot of different and good things with the 7th overall pick. But let us know what you guys think, and make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about if the Las Vegas Raiders should draft Florida quarterback Anthony Richardson.